For the last few years, beauty has really been about soft glam, barely there makeup, colors that blend right into the skin. But I'm excited because bright blush is back. We need this, especially for the deeper skin girls. I've pulled together a bunch of different blushes that I love that look really beautiful on deep skin. I've tried them out for you, swatched them on my face, on my hands so you can see them. You're gonna fall in love with these shades just as much as I have. Let's get into bright blushes that look good on deep skin. Hi everyone, I'm Hanya Marie from Nubelease.com, and today we are talking about bright blushes, specifically those that look good on deep skin. I am so excited that bright blush is back, mostly because it's gotten popular on social media thanks to a very well-known, very well-loved, the queen of blush right now, Painted by Esther. She is a celebrity makeup artist that really took blush and just made it something artistic and beautiful, and specifically beautiful on deeper skin. She does makeup on Olandria, on other celebrities, and it's just become a full movement. She deserves all the credit in the world for this, because without her, bright blush wouldn't be back in the way that it is now, and I'm here for it. I'm so excited. Before we get into it, let me just say, can you follow me? Because I was in the trenches for hours swatching each of these blushes on my cheeks, wiping them back off, reapplying the makeup, trying to make it blend seamlessly into the skin, doing swatches on my hands, getting product photos. It was very much giving Hanya Nubelease from 2016, because if you don't know, I've had my blog since 2016 and it felt very blogger era, and it was a lot of work. So follow me. I hope that this helps. Also, go ahead and follow at Nubelease on all social media. So that's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, all of that. And then of course you can head to Nubelease.com. This is actually going to be a part of a longer blog post where you'll get even more details about each of the products that I'm using today. So if you want to go there, you will get like the full breakdown with pictures, things you can save and you can pin. And I hope it's just helpful for all the deeper beauties like me. And even if you don't have deep skin, I think you're going to really love these products and love the tones and the way that they look. And they're all buildable, so you'll be able to customize it based on your skin tone too. Let's start off with the pinks. These are what I consider kind of like Barbie pinks. And the first one that I show here is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Shade in Confident Pink. This is one of my favorite blushes. I reach for this all the time because it looks like a true pink on me. It is like a softer pink shade. It's not like super pigmented in terms of like the strength. It's not a fuchsia, it's a pink that looks really good on deeper skin and can be built up. So a few taps in, it can just look like a nice flush. More built up, it gives you like this pretty pink shade, a true pink shade, and I love it so much. The brand says that this is a lightweight, soft matte blush with buildable pigment and up to 24-hour heat, humidity, water, and transfer resistant wear. I've worn this for long days, not 24 hours, but I have worn this for 10 hours, 12 hours, and it really does stand the test of time. I feel like because it's buildable, the way it locks in once you kind of pack that color on, it just sits beautifully. It sits there, it doesn't move. This entire collection of blushes is really good for a drugstore brand specifically because they have a lot of different shades. They even have the Infallible like Fresh Wear bronzers, and that's a really good product too. I just didn't like it because this is a side note. I didn't like the shades of that product, but the Infallible Fresh Wear line with the blushes and bronzer is really good if you're looking for a easy pickup at the drugstore. There's some other really beautiful shades that they have in this line, but this Confident Pink eats. So if we want to get into a real fuchsia pink, the REM Beauty or REM Beauty Hypernova Satin Matte Blush in the shade Strawberry Nebula on my deep skin looks like a fuchsia. It is giving that really strong, beautiful pink. It's a pigmented pink. This blush shade is beautiful, but also the formula of this product is super beautiful. It's considered a vibrant magenta kind of shade. The brand says that this is a weightless satin matte blush with a one swipe pigment, which I totally agree it is, blurring benefits, and a soft focus finish that layers easily over makeup. This is one of my favorite blushes just in general. And you know what? REM Beauty can be hit or miss in terms of like the products that I like and the ones that I feel like are just too basic. If you don't know, REM Beauty or REM Beauty is the beauty brand that Ariana Grande is the founder of. And really the brand kind of focuses on like pops of color and then like neutrals to blend with it. So there's lots of like neutral eyeshadows and neutral products that you can put on as like more like blending into the skin, and then there's pops added in it. I find that this brand and like House Labs kind of have like some similarities in the way that they style their brands and present the brands, but overall I really love these blushes. They also have the Hypernova satin bronzers as well that pair well. They really do give this soft, beautiful finish that I love. This shade, even though it's called a strawberry nebula, you would think strawberry would be a red, but really on my skin tone, it comes out as a fuchsia, a really strong pink. Maybe on lighter skin tones, it will pull a little bit more red. For my skin tone, beautiful, beautiful pink. Let's talk about some purple shades. I am really into these purple, almost berry sort of shades. I love them so much, especially on deeper skin. It just looks so pretty. One of them I have on right now. This is the CoverGirl shade, CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Blush in Cherry Punch. That's what I have on right now. This is just a beautiful purple shade. I love it. It's not berry to me. I could see where they were going with berry, but because it pulls a little bit more purple on me and a little bit more of a like mid-tone, it's not as deep as a berry shade, I really like it as like a purple. And it has just such a luminous, but not like dewy. It's a powder formula. It's smooth. I don't know what they did with these, but this whole Baked Luminous line is lovely. I love it so much. They consider this a Baked Luminous blush. It's got hyaluronic acid and white rose extract. It delivers a multi-dimensional color, glow, and soft focus blurring effect. I really see that blurring. The luminosity, like with that kind of pearlescent finish, helps it look smooth, and I love that. Like, this has been sitting on my skin since I finished getting swatches, and it just looks really good. And even around my eyes, I put a little bit in my inner corner. It just looks good. I love these. I'm so glad that I grabbed a few of them. These are new to my collection, so I've been playing with this one and another one that we'll talk about in the next section. Love them. I keep reaching for them because it's just so pretty. You can build this up to be more strong, or you can kind of just, dust it over your cheeks. You can blend it into your bronzer. It just kind of works with whatever you got going on and doesn't give too much of a highlightery effect. I love it. I love it, love it. If you are into new releases and the beauty community and all of that, you know just how viral the NYX Buttermilk blushes went. They have added on to the line since originally releasing them. I've got a few of their shades, and one of them is this Buttermilk blush in All the Butter. This is what they're considering like an electric fuchsia shade. They consider it a highly pigmented powder blush infused with shea, mango, and almond butter for a smooth blending up to 12-hour wear. This is pow. Like, if you want fuchsia, this is gonna give you like a fuchsia violet kind of shade. Like, it's not fuchsia pink, it's more of an electric fuchsia that's more neon or like violet-y. Like a electric violet is what I would call it. It's such a beautiful shade, and it has even more of that like luminosity to it that just looks really good. I feel like the CoverGirl version of this is a little bit more muted, so there's less of the pearlescentness in the Berry Punch from CoverGirl, if that makes sense. And then for the NYX, that All the Butter shade is just bright, and it's giving highlighter. So if you love that kind of highlighter look with your blush, it's sort of like an all-in-one, that will work really well. If you want something a little bit more muted, then go for the CoverGirl. These are both beautiful shades. The only caveat that I will say about the NYX Buttermilk blushes, and this is what I said when they first came out and I reviewed them, because of the shea and mango and almond butter that they put into the formula that makes them smooth and blendable, they have a really short shelf life. They all have a 6-month shelf life, which is really short, considering powder products, especially things like blushes and bronzers, typically last 12 months to sometimes even 18 months. So keep in mind that if you do grab one of those blushes, you're going to have a short shelf life. This category is pretty much the hardest one to do for deeper skin because it's hard to get orange, apricot, and peachy shades to look the same way on deeper skin than it does on lighter skin. When it comes to those warm shades, deeper beauties like myself tend to end up in the terracotta color shades, which I love, but I don't always want that. Sometimes I want something lighter, brighter, something that just kind of gives a pop that feels orange and not necessarily brick red or brown. I've got two shades that I feel like do that. One of them is, well, actually, we're back to CoverGirl and NYX. The CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Blush in Strawberry Drizzle is a really interesting shade. When you look at it on my cheeks, it does start to look like it's going to be more red than an orange or apricot or mango-y kind of shade. But when you see it swatched, I'll show you all of the swatches on my arm. At the end, I swatched some of the red shades that I have, and that's where you can really see that it leans a little bit more of like a warm orangey shade, apricot shade, mango, if you will, than it does actually red. So once you see it combined like that, it really makes sense. And when you see it on the side by side between this shade and the NYX shade that I have that's orange, you can kind of see that it gives more of like a warmer, stronger orange that almost leans red, but not quite. This is a shade that they consider a bright red with light red swirls. The brand says that this is a baked luminous blush. Of course, it's got that hyaluronic acid and the rose extract that I mentioned before, and it gives you like color plus glow and a soft focus finish. I love this shade. This is one of those shades that I feel like, depending on what you have for your makeup, it almost shifts with it. That's why I love it as like a warm shade that could go for a real neutral look, like a your skin but better look if you do like a light layer of this, or you can build it up to be more of a strong, almost leaning red, but like a warm shade that can go for any look. I mean, this is just such a diverse shade, like a you can use it anyway kind of shade. That's why I'm really like in love with these CoverGirl True Blend luminous blushes, because they just can do it all, and it's such a good price point. Have you noticed that most of these are drugstore? We'll get into one more non-drugstore blush, but I really feel like the drugstore stepped their game up with these blush shades in the last few years. There's shades for everyone from lighter skins all the way to deeper skin, and they're doing a good job. Now, I still feel like there's work to be done, because once we start getting into the deeper terracottas, the real actual deep berries and brown shades, that's when drugstore starts to kind of like drift off and really doesn't give the deeper skin beauties what we need. But when it comes to some of these Pow impact colors, they've been doing it. The other shade that I love is the NYX Buttermelt Blush in Had Butter. You can only get this one on their website right now. It's not on Ulta. Maybe you can find it in the drugstore, but this is what they consider a hot orange. NYX came out with another orange blush shade that works better for lighter skin tones, but this one looks beautiful on my skin. I won't be able, maybe I'll be able to show you a little bit better. When I took some video of me applying this shade, I feel like it looked like it blended into my skin a little bit more than what it looks like in real life, IRL. So I'll show you the swatches on my arm, but then also I'll show you what the shade looks like on like cell phone footage, because I feel like that really shows the impact. On my camera for YouTube, it kind of washes it out a little bit and doesn't look as impactful as it really is. This is a hot shade, like a hot orange shade. I feel like it's pigmented. Of course, it's got all the mango butter, shea butter, the 6-month shelf life, but this is really a true orange. Maybe it's more of an apricot-y orange and not like a deep fire orange, but it is orange, and this is one of the best shades that I've found for that colorway. The last category I have are reds, true reds. Red blush had a full moment like last summer, but it stuck around. Now all the beauties want a flush that is not pink but is red. That whole strawberry social media thing happened, but I think the red blush trend kind of stuck around, and it's so pretty. I've got two shades that I really love. One is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder, flushed in a red velvet. I have a mini of this and it is so beautiful. It's a vibrant red and the brand says that it's a buildable balm to powder blush with obsolete, I don't know how to say that word, squalane and hyaluronic acid for a blurring, oil control, and hydration. This really does that. The entire Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin line is just amazing. There is hardly someone that will say anything bad about any of those products because they really just perform well and look beautiful on the skin. I love how when you apply this product and when you see me apply it, it's going to apply like a more of a balm style, but once it settles down, it really locks into like a soft powder finish that just looks really beautiful. They last a long time. I've probably got like 5, maybe 6 different blurring balm powders in the flushed range, so they're all like blushes, because I can put it in any scenario. Like I can do glowy makeup, I could do matte makeup all day. It just does everything you need it to. It really does, and I love it so much. And this red velvet is a beautiful red for deep skin. There's not much else I can say about it. It's so good. The other shade is the Maybelline Cloudtopia Cheek Plus Lip Mousse in the shade Divine Crimson. This is a newer shade for me, but I got it because I'm so obsessed with the Maybelline Cloudtopia Cheek and Lip Mousse shades. I have another shade that I definitely dig into multiple times a week because it is such a pretty shade for the cheeks and the lips, and that's kind of hard to do, especially because drugstore sometimes doesn't get at the 2-in-1s very well, but this line does really well. Looks beautiful on the skin, and I really like how the moussey texture of it sort of moves where you want it, but like sits down at the same time in like a soft blur, and I guess that's what the like moussey texture is supposed to do. It does it really well. This is what I would consider a true red. It's like a half a shade deeper than the Danessa Myricks, but they both look so complementary. Like if you liked one, you'll like the other. The brand says that this is an air-light mousse for cheeks and lips, of course, with a blurred matte finish and up to 14-hour transfer, sweat, and crease resistant wear. It's true. I know this. I've worn this a few times, but I really love it more for the formula than anything else. I think I'm going to get a few more shades just because like in the future, I know that I can count on this one. I know I can count on Danessa Myricks. They're going to look beautiful and last all day. I love this shade too. I just love these. I really feel like the red shade, these shades have made me like fall in love with the idea of having red blush. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot because I'm usually not a red girl. I usually don't wear red, do red. If you know, you know, I don't do red. So I just feel like these are making me fall in love with red blushes. I love it so much. Now my light is shining. It's getting early evening time, so that means I need to hurry up and finish this video and stop yapping so much. Well, that is all of my favorite new blushes and some old favorites that look beautiful on deeper skin. Let me know your thoughts. What are some of your favorite blushes to wear right now? What are some of your favorite bright blushes to wear, no matter your skin tone? What do you think of these shades? Did you see something that you liked? Let me know. And if it's helpful, I'm happy to come back and do some other types of blushes, maybe some different formulas. I have liquid blushes, cream blushes, powder blushes, all sorts of things. Let me know what you want to see. I want to be as helpful as possible. Of course, go ahead and follow at Nubelease on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest. Check out Nubelease.com for really the blog long version of this where you'll get to see more pictures and get links to shop and things like that. So if that is helpful, if you want to check it out, please do. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be back with more makeup, more fun, more yapping very soon. Bye.